What was Heath Ledger like to work with?
Fantastic. Speaking of makeup, when we first got there, I guess we rehearsed in England, in London, and so Heath and I were in the same trailer coming up with our looks, you know? So I would be working on Two-Face over here, and Heath would be on the other side of the trailer with his makeup man, and they would be, you know, Heath would be going, making noises from the other side of the room, you know, like this, and I would look over, and he's coming up with his makeup. Which I thought was real special, you know, and then we would talk about it and that sort of thing.
Wow.
Just a really great guy. My one experience with Heath on the film was our scene together in the hospital bed, which is really my only scene with him. And it was, I was in the hospital bed that day, and I thought, well, I don't really have any lines. What am I going to do? And I had no idea what was going to happen. And so I got in the bed, and they were lighting, and Chris was walking around and doing things, and then Heath came around, and Heath was always in character. So he would come around and, you know, be talking to himself in the corner, like this. And then he would come up, I was laying there, and I was watching him the whole time. And he came up and would walk around me like this. And I would watch him, and I would watch him. He'd walk around the hospital bed like this. I'd watch him. Didn't say anything for maybe an hour. He would walk around. And then we'd watch him, and then he'd start saying his lines. And I would watch him, boom, watch him come around the bed like this. And then all of a sudden my hand would go up like this, and he caught my hand. So we just went through this organic process of developing this scene, which was really nothing. And then when we came time to shoot, we had this thing beautifully choreographed, and you know, we never said a word to each other.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it was a long day, and we walked out back to our trailers, and Heath was here, and I was walking, and he puts his hand on my shoulder, and he goes, "That's what acting's all about."